I never thought my life in suburban Atlanta would turn into a nightmare straight out of a horror movie. My name is Nathan Brooks, and this is the story of how everything I loved was ripped away in one blood-soaked morning. It started with whispers, little doubts that crept into my mind like shadows in our cozy two-story home on Maple Lane in Roswell, Georgia. Our family seemed picture-perfect from the outside. Me, a shift manager at a busy event rental company in Buckhead, my wife, Rachel, 36 but looking a decade younger with her trendy athleisure outfits and perfect highlight streaks. Our older son, Victor, a solid B student in 10th grade at Roswell High, and our younger boy, Samuel, thriving in 6th grade. We'd lived here for nearly 15 years after moving from my folks' place in rural Tennessee. Life was stable, good paychecks, kids in private schools, barbecues with neighbors. But beneath it all, a storm was brewing. Rachel handled the school runs every morning, dropping Samuel off at Milton Elementary. That's where she first crossed paths with Derek Harlan, another parent from our cul-de-sac. Derek was the kind of guy who turned heads, fit from his construction job, always in crisp flannel shirts with a charming smile that hid his married life and 3 kids. His wife was expecting their 4th. At first, it was innocent. Casual chats at pickup, compliments on Rachel's new yoga pants. She brushed it off, but I could see the spark in her eyes when she mentioned him in passing. "He's just friendly," she'd say with a laugh. But friendliness turned into something deeper. Stolen glances became lingering conversations. Then texts, late-night calls when I was on overnight shifts setting up tents for weddings. I noticed the change first in her distance. She'd zone out during family dinners, her phone buzzing constantly under the table. Our intimate moments grew rare. She'd claim exhaustion from mom duties. Suspicion gnawed at me. One night, after a grueling shift, I checked her phone while she slept. The messages with Derek were unmistakable. Flirty emojis, plans to meet at the local park, confessions of loneliness. My heart pounded as I scrolled. How long had this been going on? 3 years, the dates suggested. 3 years of lies while I busted my back for the family. Confrontation came explosive. I waited until the kids were at school. "Who's Derek?" I demanded, shoving the phone in her face. She went pale, denied it at first, then broke down in tears. "It's nothing serious, Nathan, just attention. You work so much." That excuse fueled my rage. I didn't hit her, not then, but words flew like knives. I smashed a vase, stormed out. That evening, I got her a new phone, deleted Derek's number, warned her, "End it, or we're done." She nodded, eyes downcast. But Rachel wasn't one to back down. She found ways, slipping notes at school events, meeting him at the Chattahoochee River trails during errands. Fights escalated. Neighbors heard the yelling through thin walls. My brother Mason, who lived next door with his family, tried mediating. "Cool off, bro, for the kids." Even our parents, who'd moved in with us years ago after Dad's retirement, pleaded for peace. Mom would pull Rachel aside. "Think of Victor and Samuel." But Rachel grew defiant. "I deserve happiness too," she'd snap. The affair consumed her. She neglected chores, snapped at the boys. Victor started acting out in school, sensing the tension. Elena Vargas, Rachel's closest friend from her book club, a sharp, divorced realtor in her 40s with a knack for digging into secrets. Elena had always been like a sister to Rachel, but unbeknownst to us, she'd grown suspicious of the affair months earlier. She'd seen Rachel and Derek together at a coffee shop in Alpharetta, overheard whispers. Elena confided in me one night over coffee at my place while Rachel was at yoga. "Nathan, she's in deep. Derek's obsessive. His wife's pregnant, but he's not letting go." Elena's warning planted seeds of doubt, not just about Rachel, but about how far this could go. She became my unintended ally, feeding me updates. A secret meeting at the Home Depot parking lot, heated arguments where Derek begged Rachel not to end it. The breaking point hit on June 20th. Our neighborhood had its weekly farmers market at the community park. I swung by after work to grab produce. There they were, Rachel and Derek, heads close, laughing under the oak trees. My blood boiled, but I held back, snapping photos on my phone instead. That night, when she got home, I exploded. "Pack your bags. Go live with him if that's what you want." She refused. "This is my home. I'll do what I please." Her boldness infuriated me, but I swallowed it, plodding in silence. The next day, I drove Samuel to school myself, then dropped him at Rachel's brother's place in nearby Marietta, claiming a family emergency. Rachel barely noticed, too wrapped up in her phone. That evening, we fought again, screaming about trust, about the kid's future. I left for my night shift at the rental warehouse, drowning anger in whiskey with coworkers. But my mind raced. I grabbed a heavy cleaver from the supply room, meant for cutting ropes but sharp enough for worse, hid it in my backpack. A plan formed in the haze, and the betrayal once and for all. I got home around 5 a.m. on June 21st. The house was quiet. I locked Mason's adjoining door from outside, didn't want interference. Knocked on the front. Rachel opened, sleepy-eyed in her robe. "What now, Nathan?" Before she could react, I shoved inside, rage unleashing. She fought back, screaming for Victor. I pulled the cleaver. She bolted toward the kitchen, but I was faster. One swing cracked her skull. Blood sprayed the tiles. She crumpled, gasping. Victor burst in, trying to pull me off. The blade sliced his palm deep. He yelped, fled to bang on Mason's door. I lost count after that. 35 slashes, they said later. On her back, chest, anywhere the blade landed. Neighbors poured in, alerted by the screams. I fled, blood-soaked shirt stuffed in my bag, changing in a dingy restroom at a gas station off Highway 9. Spent the day wandering Alpharetta malls, mind numb. By evening, guilt over Victor hit. I headed back, planning to grab cash and flee to my family's old cabin in the North Georgia mountains. But Elena had been watching. She'd grown paranoid after our talk, suspecting violence. She tipped off the Roswell PD anonymously, said she saw me lurking near the house earlier, acting erratic. Cops were waiting in the park across the street. They nabbed me with the bloody shirt and cleaver in my bag. At the station, under harsh lights, I confessed everything. The affair, the recordings I'd made of their calls, the market sighting. "She destroyed us," I sobbed. Rachel was gone before paramedics arrived. Victor survived, bandaged hand and all. His statement sealed my fate. Murder under Georgia code, attempted on him too. But here's the psychological twist that haunts me. In custody, Elena visited. Turns out she wasn't just a friend. Years ago, before my marriage, Elena and I had a brief fling. Nothing serious, but Rachel knew and resented it. Elena admitted she'd encouraged the affair subtly, whispering to Rachel about spicing up life, all to get revenge on me for choosing Rachel over her back then. "You broke my heart, Nathan. Now yours is shattered." Her confession added layers of betrayal. I wasn't the only one plotting. The trial was a media circus in Fulton County Court. June 22, 2025, they said. Life sentence without parole. Victor and Samuel went to live with Mason. Our home? Sold. Stained forever. Elena vanished. Rumors say she fled to Florida, her own guilt eating her alive. This isn't just my story of revenge. It's a web of psychological games, where one woman's old grudge fueled a deadly affair, pushing me over the edge. Physical violence ended it, but the mind games started it. If you're reading this, learn. Secrets breed monsters. Hold your family close or lose them in blood. But wait. There's more suspense. Months into prison, I got a letter from Derek's wife. She revealed Derek had been stalking Rachel even after I warned him off, showing up at our house uninvited. Police never connected it. But what if he was there that night? A hidden accomplice? The doubt lingers, turning my confession into a question mark. Justice served? Or is the real killer still free?